Alrighty, I just got the signal. We are rolling. Sharp Customs. Share, like, subscribe. You know the routine. I say it every video. If the camera, we're working on a helmet right here. This was a pure white helmet. Kind of looked like a stormtrooper's helmet. Had to put some stuff on it. This video is going to be related more to what I'm going to show you. So, our last airbrush video was on a toolbox with panels and rivets. So, if the camera wants to kind of zoom in, we can show you it's the finished product. We got the panels, we got the rivets, we got the Chevy logo. I even put my Sharp Custom sticker on there. It's not really a sticker, it was airbrushed on. And this is my new box just to hold my stencils, my airbrushes, my cutting knives and whatnot. I wanted to show that because I don't think we showed it in another video. That's that. You get to see me do a little bit of work on it. We got it all finished up. Tonight's project is a helmet, and what we're concentrating on here, okay, you've seen me do skulls, you've seen me do the clouds, accents, stuff like that. So I already went ahead and I did some accents here. I did some accents on the front. I did the visor. Underside is done in black just to take away glare, I guess, because it is a pure white helmet. I did a nice metallic blue, kind of a cloud thingy going on in the back here. I'll flip it around. I put a skull there. Now my idea is to pull a lightning bolt down over the top, kind of around the skull. If I take it beyond the skull, I really don't know. But the idea is to do some filling here, the sides of the helmet, with some lightning bolts, just to break up the white. So, we'll set it on there. It's a roll of paper towel, as you can see. Sits on there nice. I'm going to grab the airbrush and I'm going to show you how to do some quick, easy lightning bolts. That's kind of the whole idea behind this video. I'm not going to, I already laid the other stuff out. You've seen me do skulls. You've seen me do this kind of stuff. You've seen me do clouds with just a torn piece of paper. Very simple. The idea behind this video was to show you the lightning bolts, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some lightning. I've already got my airbrush, this one sitting here. I've got blue loaded up in this one. I've got some white loaded up in this one. And we're just going to go for it. And we're going to, I guess we're going to see what happens. I already started to do a little blend here. So I'm going to get down. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get down. I'm just going to place this here. Not really sure where I'm going. With the lightning, we're just going to we're going to do some blending here. And then I'm just going to we're just going to do something like that. I'm going to haze it out. We'll haze it out. Haze it. We'll haze it. We'll do some, you know, we'll just do some of this. And you'll see it will all come together. This is the person who I'm doing this helmet for basically said he wanted lightning. And it was like pure white helmet. Just wanted some lightning. I was like, well, you know, lightning, you know, that's okay. Lightning is okay. But also, like if I just did lightning down over here, kind of did what I did here, it'd be kind of boring. And we want this pretty heavy. Want this pretty heavy because when I come at it with the white, you will see what happens. When I've run out of blue, I'm prepared. That's what I call it. I call it unprepared. Hey? I thought I was prepared. I've got my blue here. Not a big deal. It's kind of an indigo metallic blue that I'm using. PPG. I'm gonna load the airbrush right up. Whew. Deltron series, one of my most favorite automotive paints. I'm gonna say it's probably mixed about 1:1 or 50-50, however you want to say it. I'm thinking we'll pull this one just a bit further. I'm going to put a nice flash in here. Because I'm going to come back in with the white. And you're going to see what happens. And on the basically where the skull or the skeleton, whatever you know, the skeleton, it was just a quick little job. It's not highly detailed. Probably good enough for this job. We're just trying to break up the white. I'm gonna spin this around on my piece of paper towel, and I'm gonna blow off just another line. We'll blow off another line of the blue. And the way that I do the little squiggle kind of determines the way that I'm gonna take my other lines off of it. Lightning is always cool. In the beginning, it doesn't look like much. It never ever really looks like much. I'm going to come right across these. We get a vent there. I'm going to come right across it. We're going to take this one right down there. They don't have to be from the left side to the right side. They don't have to be, what do you call it, you know, look at this. When you're working on multiple surfaces or planes or whatever you want to call it, nothing has to be, there's a name for it. It's evading me at the moment. Stuff like that happens. It'll come to me, hopefully. They don't have to be identical, basically, is what I'm saying. You know, and that's the cool part about it. Now, we've got our layout, and widen them out just a bit. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. We've got the top one already laid in. I'm going to grab my white. Gonna grab my white, and I think my white, I'm not really sure what I want to do around the skull. I'm gonna wing it. Why? Because that's what we do here at Sharp at Customs. We just wing it, you know. It always looks good in the end. And if it doesn't, you know what? I'll go off camera and I'll fix it up. That's what we do here, you know. This is just a raw live video. We wanted to kind of keep it short. I'm just going to blow some white on this, and we'll kind of see where it takes us. How about that? So I got these little clouds up here in the visor, but I'm thinking in around here we're gonna do like a kind of like a storm. It's not really a storm, you know, it's just paint. And then I'm just gonna, because you'll see, there we go. Nice. Just gonna use the white and kind of go around that skull and just taper it off. Maybe do a few little taper offs. You can kind of do what you want. You know, you can make it, I can do some taper offs down here, you know, because a lightning strike just kind of goes wherever it wants to go. You know, it's looking for a ground. So it's like, it's looking for a ground, it's looking for somewhere to just taper off. You know, don't forget people, those dagger strokes. That's what you're doing here. You are doing those dagger strokes. And always keep that in mind. You can brighten them up. You can brighten them up. And don't worry, see that right there? See that right there? I got a little bit of a blowout. That's okay, because you know what? You can come in, you know, you can just make it. Look at that. You just make it part of the scenery. Okay, I don't know what the viewers might see there. I think that looks pretty cool. You know, that was almost effortless. And, you know, okay, I'm saying it's effortless, and I know. It's all about practice, 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 practice. Okay? And I don't do this on a daily basis, you know. I cut sheet metal, I paint, well, there, you know, last video you got to see the Corvette. The Corvette is covered up with car cover because yes, I'm airbrushing within a few feet from it, but it's pretty cool that I can just pick up the airbrush and I can just kind of grab it and I can kind of go with it, and you know, I can do some stuff, you know. Like I say, I don't care. That I like that. I think that looks pretty cool, you know. And what we're going to do with a little bit of blue, I'm going to work the side of the helmet at the moment. I'm going to pull some lightning. I'm going to pull some lightning. I'm going to pull some lightning. I'm going to pull some lightning down through these blue lines you watch me do. And now don't be concerned, as you can see right there. You can see that I did not stay on the line, okay? That's the best part about lightning. You don't have to keep your lines uniform. You know, there's, you know, just remember that. You know, you get highlights, you know, you're just the way that, I don't know how to explain it. You know, you get weird things happening within the, you know, lightning to me is like, you got like strings of energy just bursting out, and it's unpredictable to where it's gonna go. That's the coolest thing. I've watched airbrush artists do lightning where everything has to be precise, and that's the cool thing with lightning. It doesn't have to be precise. It can just be random. It can just, you know, you can just kind of fly with it. You know, there's so many things with the lightning. There are so many things with lightning that, you know, I find it just crazy. You know, I can come down here. I got lots of blue. I got lots of blue haze, and I can go like this. I can come down here. I can do a little tail out. That's what I call it, a little tail out. And it really don't matter. I'm gonna pull this up into there because that's kind of what I want. You know, kind of some craziness. A storm is happening there. That's what's happening there. A storm is happening there. I come down here. I can pull back with my airbrush, and I can blow some white right at this point, and I can make it kind of highlighted. And I come down, I do a tail out there. You know, I do a tail out there and there, and I can make it look like, I don't know, there's names for lightning. I've never really, that's the thing I love about lightning. It can just be crazy. This one goes way back underneath. Same as this one comes down. You know, we can do little shoot offs. You can do little fine shoot offs of the lightning. You know, just that alone looks pretty cool. I'm gonna flip the helmet around. I'm gonna do the other side because we kind of wanted to keep this video, you know, kind of short. I always say that. I know I always say that here at Sharp Customs. We want to keep this video short, and next thing you know, we're in 30 minutes. You know, so I gotta pick me a point here. We're just gonna do some crazy, just some wisps, you know, kind of look like clouds, and I'm just gonna pick a point and just follow it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pick a point, I'm gonna follow it. I love the idea of crisscrossing my lines. Now I'm trying not to touch the helmet. You know, I can pull way back with the airbrush, and I can brighten all this. I can brighten this white up, because when I pick up the other airbrush, you're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come down here, down this blue one. Like I say, lightning is random. Don't get too picky with being precise, because you can be very creative, and you can take your lightning. You can take your lightning to a whole nother level. Because it's lightning. It's lightning. Lightning is all over the place. Remember that. Lightning is all over the place. It can scatter. It's electricity. That's the cool thing about it. It's electricity. It is looking for a ground. You get highlights, you get lowlights. You can do some pretty crazy stuff. That's like that. I'm going over like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different transitions here, and I'm just kind of following it. You know. I'm just following it. It can burst out. It can burst out into the white. That doesn't matter. You know, we're gonna make this a little more intense up here, because that's what we want. I'm just, you know, I'm just back and forth. I'm just making things happen here. Well, looks pretty good. It's random. Now I'm going to put the white down. I'm going to grab my blue. I'm gonna grab my blue. Now you watch this transition. This transition is probably the coolest part of the lightning bolt. I'm just gonna haze the blue. I'm just gonna haze the blue over top of what I just did in white. Don't gotta go too heavy, you just want to haze it. You just want to haze it just a little bit. Now, after you've hazed it, after you've hazed over this white, let's do the top. The sides look pretty good to me. They look pretty good. I'm gonna haze over this top where it comes down to the skull. You can even haze in the skull. I'm gonna haze the whole skull. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. So now, basically, you could come back in and you could do white again, and you could do a fine line down through your lightning. Now, I want to stand back. I kind of want to have a look at this. Now, to me, that's a pretty bitchin' looking helmet. You know, you get the skull, you get the visor, you get the accents up front, you get some lightning. I could haze in, you know, the more blue that I put into these, the more blue that I put into these lightning bolts, it's just toning them down. It's toning them down. Now, what you could do here, now that you've got everything toned down, is you could come back with the white, and you get a really precise, you know, that's all about practice. That's all about practice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get really precise here. I'm going to try not to knock the helmet off of my paper towel roll. And I'm going to get really precise. I'm just going to do some white. Try to stay within your, you know, you try to stay within, you know, the white you already laid out that you just hazed over in blue. And that's kind of the tricky part. The tricky part is, you know, kind of staying in there. But like I say, lightning is all over the place. So if you keep that in mind, you know, you could pull this off pretty easily. You know, these transitions where I go from where I have to go over a contour, they're a little tricky. They're a little tricky. But in the end, you know, when you look at that, you know, I'm not saying it's real lightning. It gives a very good concept, and that's the thing with lightning. As an airbrush artist, you could go over that again with blue, and you could refine it even more to make it really, 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 really pop. I'm going to do this top. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do this top. Now, this person was very adamant on keeping that logo. So I'm going to try and stay away from it. And I'm just going to do this weird white, kind of a cloud thing. And then I'm going to pull my line, and I'm going to try and keep it as tight and as fine as I can, because that's what I want. I want like just the finest, you know, the finest. Oh, we don't like that. We're just going to smear that out of the way. How am I going to fix that? I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that. You get to see it right here on Sharp Customs. That was an F up. How am I going to fix that? Big huge white smear. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to dull it down with my blue. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to take the, I'm going to pick the crap off of my needle. I'm going to come back and I'm going to go right over it. And that's what we're going to do. See that? We fix that up, no problem. Nice, nice. I like it. I'm gonna do this side. I'm gonna do this side right here. Gotta carry them. That's what you gotta do. You gotta carry them right out to the end. That's the beauty of lightning, though. The beauty of lightning is you don't have to be dead nuts on. You can put some highlights, you know, some hot spots if you want. couple little hot spots. That's the beauty of lightning. So there you have it. There you have it. I think that's you know, we took the pure white helmet from you know, kind of looking like a stormtrooper helmet. That didn't really take too long. Overall, I probably have, you know, I don't know, maybe 2 hours in this helmet. Now I still have to clear coat it. We are going to clear coat it, not shiny. I'm going to do it in a flat clear finish because that's what the white was. And I think it'll look good either way. And there you go. You got to see me. Well, you got to see me screw up. You got to see me fix it. And overall, I think it's a pretty good helmet. It's a pretty good helmet. We'll get her into flat clear. The skull, of course, with some lightning around it. That was just a quick little doodad I wanted to just throw on there. But so you got to see some quick lightning. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You know, play around with it. You know, experiment with it. And Sharp Customs. Share, like, subscribe. Thank you to my new subscribers. And peace. I'm out.